Has you ever found yourself, juggling a dozen different tools, different talents, just trying to get one piece of content out?
Oh, definitely.
Wishing you had this whole creative team, right? A writer, designer, voice actor, maybe a video editor, all just there. Well, get ready, because today we're doing a deep dive into multimodal mastery. We're looking at how generative AI is kind of making that dream a reality.
It really is surprising how fast this is moving.
Yeah. So our mission today is to show you how to really leverage AI across images, audio, video, and text too, to seriously expand your professional toolkit.
Think of it as a shortcut, almost.
Exactly. A shortcut to making stuff that looks and sounds professional, stuff that used to need like multiple specialists and skills.
It's a really exciting shift, isn't it? What's truly transformative, I think, is how this multimodal approach just completely redefines how we even think about creating content.
How so?
Well, we're moving away from these like isolated tasks, doing the text here, the image there, and moving towards genuinely integrated workflows. It turns what was just text on a screen into, a multi-sensory experience. The potential for productivity, for creativity. It's huge.
Okay, that's a perfect way to put it, because here's where it gets, for me, really interesting. Different media are good at different things, obviously.
Right.
So when we talk AI, what are the superpowers and maybe the Achilles heels of each of these modes?
Yeah.
Text, image, audio, video.
That is the fundamental question, right? If you want to master this. And each mode, each modality definitely excels at certain things. And understanding those nuances is absolutely key.
Okay.
So text AI, it's incredibly precise, right? Fantastic for delivering detailed info. But it just lacks that visual punch, that immediate impact, unless you're like an amazing writer.
Sure, makes sense.
Image AI, on the other hand, bam, creates visuals super fast, grabs attention, but sometimes it struggles with those really specific details or, keeping that brand look consistent across lots of images.
Right, I've seen that.
Then you've got audio AI, brilliant for voiceovers, narration, even music, adds that emotional layer.
Yeah.
Sometimes the emotional delivery can still sound a little bit artificial. And getting specific pronunciations right for niche stuff can be tricky.
Okay.
And finally, video AI. It pulls everything together, Maximum engagement, but it's the most demanding. Needs way more computing power and really, really careful prompt engineering to get what you actually want.
Wow.
So the core challenge becomes, how do you pick the right AI mode or combination of modes for the message you're trying to get across?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
So, okay, say you're using text, images, audio.
Yeah.
How do you make sure it all hangs together, that it doesn't feel like some weird patchwork quilt? I've definitely seen content like that. It feels disjointed.
You've absolutely hit on one of the biggest challenges, but also one of the biggest opportunities with multimodal stuff. Consistency.
Okay.
And it's not just about looking nice, Consistency is actually a really critical signal, not just for people, but for the AI models, too.
That's interesting. How so?
Well, when the models see consistent brand elements or tone across different things you generate, they actually learn faster, which helps you maintain that brand feel even as the tech itself keeps changing.
Ah, okay. So practically, what does that mean?
Practically. First, visual identity. You absolutely have to keep the style, the colors, the design elements consistent across all your images, non-negotiable.
Right.
Second, voice and tone. So important. Your written text, any spoken parts they need to sound like they come from the same personality, the same brand. Third, message cohesion. You want to reinforce your main points across everything. Don't have the video saying one thing and the text hinting at another.
Yeah, avoid confusion.
Exactly. And finally, quality standards. Apply the same high bar to every single piece, whether it's text, image, audio, video. Don't let one part drag the others down.
Okay.
It's really about making sure every element works together, reinforces the others. That's how you build trust and make sure your message actually lands.
That's a powerful idea. Consistency, future-proofing your AI work. Now, this tech is so powerful. And with great power.
Yeah.
Well,
Responsibilities.
Yeah. When we're making images that look real, voices that sound real, even videos, what are the practical kind of pitfalls we need to watch out for, especially around trust and authenticity?
That's such a vital discussion because as these tools get better and better, the ease of, manipulating stuff goes way up.
Right. Deepfakes and all that.
Exactly. Deepfakes are the kind of obvious example of misuse or misleading content that can pop up. So as creators, we have to be really mindful about representation. In the visuals, in the audio. Are we being diverse? Are we being accurate?
Okay, that's number one. What else?
Another huge one is transparency. If content is AI generated, especially if it's for like sensitive stuff or sharing information, telling people it's AI, that's becoming critical. Disclosure, yeah. It's about keeping that trust with your audience. The big question it raises for all of us is, how do we use these incredibly powerful tools responsibly, ethically,
Right.
without accidentally making the information overload or misinformation problem even worse?
Exactly. Navigating that new territory.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's shift gears. Now for the how-to. We've talked the why, the what if. Let's get our hands dirty.
Let's do it.
I'm really interested in image generation first. What's the first step? How do you actually make compelling visuals with AI?
Okay, absolutely. When you dive into image generation, your prompt, well, it's basically everything.
Right.
Start with clear, really detailed descriptions. You got to specify the style, the mood, the lighting perspective, even the composition you're picturing.
To be specific.
Super specific. And if you have pictures that kind of capture the vibe you want, use them as references for the AI. And always, always be ready to tweak and try again. Iteration is your friend here.
Okay. Can you give an example? Like a good prompt?
Sure. A really effective one might be something like, create a professional header image for a business presentation about renewable energy. Pretty standard start.
Okay.
Then add detail. The image should feature a modern wind farm at sunset with a clean, minimalist style. Use a blue and orange color palette
Wow.
with plenty of negative space on the right for text overlay. See how specific that is?
Yeah, there's incredibly specific. It's like you're being an art director for the AI.
That's exactly it. You are the director. And yeah, if you want to push it further, there are advanced tricks,
Like what?
like negative prompts telling the AI what you don't want to see.
Oh, useful.
Right.
Right.
Or combining different ideas using weighting, like make this part more important than that part. Definitely ask for variations once you get something close. And there's in-painting, where you can just change one specific bit of an image you mostly like.
Okay, super helpful for images. Got it. What about audio? Getting voices, music, sound effects right. How do we bring that same precision?
Same principle, really. Precision in the prompts is just as crucial for audio as it is for images.
Right.
So for voice generation, think about the characteristics: gender, age, accent. If you've got jargon or technical terms, spell out a pronunciation clearly, and critically add emotion and tone direction. Do you want it enthusiastic,
Yeah.
serious, conversational? Tell the AI.
Okay.
Oh, and a good tip: break long scripts into shorter, more conversational chunks. Tends to sound way more natural that way.
Good tip. And music, sound effects.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Specify the genre, the tempo, what instruments, the mood you're after. You can even mention existing songs as a style guide, you know? Describe the emotional impact you want. And always think about the context. Is it background music, foreground, a short sting?
Okay, so it sounds like prompting is the core skill across the board.
Absolutely.
So what does this all mean for your next big project listening right now? How can you actually start combining these pieces, moving beyond just generating one thing at a time?
Ah, yes. This is where the real magic starts happening, I think. The true game changer is how you can link these different modes into really powerful, kind of seamless workflows.
Workflows, okay.
Yeah, processes that used to need totally separate software, different specialists even.
Give me an example.
Okay, imagine like a full text to image to video pipeline. You start by generating a really detailed text description, your script or concept.
Right.
Then you use that to create keyframe images, the main visual beats. Then you use those images to generate the video sequences. And finally, layer on your AI-generated voiceover and maybe some music. Boom.
Wow. Okay, that's a full pipeline.
Or think simpler, maybe content enhancement. You draft your article or blog post with text AI, then generate some cool supporting visuals with image AI, maybe create an audio clip of the key takeaways, then bundle it all together in a presentation.
Gotcha.
It's really about building that consistent, strong narrative using different senses, different experiences, all from your keyboard, essentially.
That's incredible. It really does feel like directing an entire creative studio. But let's be honest, AI isn't always perfect.
Oh, definitely not. It can go sideways.
This is where we get to the secrets of the pros. How do we make sure our multimodal results are actually top-notch? And what do we do when things inevitably go wrong?
Excellent question. Okay, for optimizing getting the best results, a good rule is start simple. Don't try to do everything at once in your first prompt. Add complexity bit by bit.
Okay.
Create reusable prompt templates. Seriously, these are gold for consistency across different projects.
Templates. Good idea.
Also, try bridging prompts, where you refer back to something you already generated when making the next piece to keep things aligned.
Ah, linking them.
Exactly. And if you can, batch similar tasks, like generate all your images together or all your audio clips, helps the AI keep a more unified style.
Makes sense.
And don't overlook the technical stuff. Always specify dimensions resolution, aspect ratio for your visuals. Ask for the right file formats like PNG if you need transparency, MP3 for audio. Indicate the quality you need, high-res, studio quality audio, and think about compression if it's going online somewhere specific.
That's super practical stuff, often overlooked, I bet.
Very often.
So what are the most common problems people run into?
Yeah.
And how do they, fix them?
The most common usually revolves around consistency, like we talked about.
Right.
If your style is all over the place, go back to the prompts. Use those style reference images. Be more detailed in your style descriptions.
Yeah.
Getting crackly or bad audio, be explicit. Ask for clean, professional audio with no background noise.
Got it.
If the content just feels disconnected between modes, that's usually a sign you need a better content brief up front. Create a central document that guides all the AI generation.
Like a master plan.
Exactly. And if your brand look and feel keeps getting messed up, time to develop a proper multi-modal brand guide with specific parameters the AI can follow.
Okay.
If you step back a bit, mastering these sort of technical details and troubleshooting tricks, that's really what takes you from just playing around with AI generation to producing truly professional-grade output.
So let's wrap this up. What does all this mean for you listening right now?
Yeah.
You've basically expanded your AI toolkit way beyond just text. You've got the whole spectrum now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just a writer or a designer or an audio person anymore. You're kind of like the director of your own AI creative team.
That's a good way to think about it.
The big takeaway here is really understanding how to prompt effectively, yes, but also how to combine these different modes. That's what unlocks totally new creative avenues, ways to seriously boost your professional communications.
Right.
It's about making these cohesive experiences where, every part helps every other part.
Which leads us, naturally, to ask, how will you use these new capabilities? This ability to work across text, images, audio, video. It makes you an incredibly versatile creator.
Yeah.
Think about it. Your next presentation, your next marketing campaign, maybe training materials, they can now have professional quality media baked right in. Stuff that honestly would have previously needed several specialists or hiring outside vendors. It's a genuine game changer.
It really is. And this whole multimodal landscape, it's moving incredibly fast.
Yeah.
So my advice, keep experimenting.
Absolutely.
Try different combinations. Push the boundaries of what these AI tools can actually create for you. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Your willingness to just explore, to try things out. That's what will keep you right at the forefront of using AI professionally. That's what will truly turn you into a multimodal master.